Are you on? This is the Daily Dozen, presented by Champions Round.
What is going on? Welcome to the Daily Dozen. My name is Jason Gold, as always, joined by Stephie Smallls. Steph, how are we doing today on this Thursday, July 28th?
We're doing good. Football is back. Golf is on. I'm off for a long weekend tomorrow. Things are good.
We're putting Smalls through her last final ringer for MLB, and then we're going to get into football very shortly. We are just squeezing all the juice out of the Smalls MLB can that we can right now. All right, so we have until 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern to lock in your 12 picks for today. Turn $12 into $1,200 just by going 12 for 12 with Daily Dozen. But you don't have to be perfect to get rich. As long as you get 7 or more right, you are a winner, going to make some cash. Go enter today. If you guys have never entered before, use the code DailyDozen for a free entry today that is worth $12. Let's get into these picks for Thursday, July 28th. All right, here we go. First one on the board, Royals versus Yankees, total runs 8.5. Steph, what are you thinking about in this game?
I am going to take the under here. Both of these pitchers do not allow a lot of runs. Jameson allowed 14 in his last 9. Brady with 2 runs in his last 12. I'm going to just follow that. Expect this number to stay right under 8.5.
Let's see what the market says. We are at 18% of the bets. 95% of the money is on the under. That is an absolute smash spot. It's come down from 9 to 8.5. I rarely say this. Go lock in. Stop watching the show. Go lock in that under 8.5 right now. That may be the best bet on the board that I've seen, at least money percentage wise in the market. That number is insane. Usually that tells me, five signal alarms going off in my head right now. Got to go bet the under on Royals and Yankees. Phillies versus Pirates, total runs 7.5. What do you got?
A little bit torn here. Pirates are 1-6 in their last 7 games versus a right-handed starter. You've got the Phillies that are 6-0 in their last 6 Thursday games. The trends are pointing towards a Phillies win. The nice thing with this 7.5 is I think there are some books that you can still get that at 8. I'm leaning over here. I just don't feel super confident.
Let's see. Number has moved to 8 in some places. Opened 8, then went to 7.5. Now back at 8. 13% of the money, 13% of the bets, 82% of the money on the under. Again, a giant difference, plus 69% here. And that's based on 7,200 bets in the market. So I have to lean towards the under. But the fact that it's still hanging out at 8 and not 7.5 across the board is a little concerning. But still, I'll take the under on total runs 7.5 in Phillies versus Pirates. Guardians versus Red Sox, total runs 9.5. What are we thinking about this game in Boston?
I've got the under on this one. Unders hit 4-0 in Cleveland's last 4 Thursday games. You look at these two teams and their averages and runs per game. I like this number to stay under. It depends, though. I think that the Red Sox could get a little hot here, and that might push this over. But I'm just going to stick with some trends here and be a basic Smalls.
Number still 9.5 of the market. 44% of the bets, 45% of the money coming in on the under. So a little bit juiced towards the over in terms of overall play, but no advantage. They put up a lot of runs last night. I think it continues. I like both offenses right now. The Red Sox pitching staff has been fucking gross. So I'm just going to go ahead and say we get the total runs 9.5. And I'm going to play the Euro fee in this game. Yes to a run. Okay. I know. Little spicy. So we got both games here. Guardians total runs 4.5, and the next one is Red Sox total runs 4.5. Which way do you see this game going?
So I do like the Guardians to go over here. Their batting average is 5th in the league, 16th in base percentage at every number that you can pull on them. And they're going against a really crappy, I stopped myself from saying shitty, and I feel like I had to say shitty. They're going against a very shitty pitching staff who allows an average of over 4.7 runs per game. And I think that number could be even higher. So we are going to go with over.
So First of all, you're on a show with me. Cursing is not only allowed but encouraged.
I know. I was like, see, it's now football season, and now I'm starting to not swear. I'm not okay, Jason.
No, you gotta start swearing. It's the only way to get all the hate in your heart out. All right, Guardians now up to minus 117 on the money line. 77% of the bets, 88% of the total money. I like the Guardians today too, so I'm going to go over total runs 4.5. I'm with you here on 4.5 here, and then Red Sox total runs 4.5. I think I'll probably take an under here. I think give me 6-4 Guardians today.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Definitely on the under. Cleveland has had a strong pitching performance, so I think that average of allowing just over 4 runs per game will probably stand true.
All right, let's get to the next prop here. Mariners versus Astros. Total runs 8.5. What do you think about this AL West matchup?
So I am going to take the under here, and I think that this game is going to come down to basically some type of pitching duel here. I think that between the pitching and the Astros batting, they're going to struggle. I think the under is a smash play. This might end up being my lock, actually. So I'm on the under here. I haven't looked at where the money is for today. I want to see if I keep that bias out, where things land.
Yeah. I think you're probably going to end up switching it here. Number's still 8.5 in the market. 53% of the bets, 68% of the money, plus 15% is on the over in this game. I like the over. It's an Astros game. I like the over.
I'm not doing it. I'm actually not switching it. I don't care. This isn't going to be one that I'm persuaded, and I'm going to regret it, which is fine. I don't care.
This is like the Tuesday show. You went 11 of 12, and then you flip-flopped on the Nerfy, and you got mad at yourself.
I took the over in the Yankees game, and everyone took the under. It was at 8.5 as well, and it did not end at 8.5. They went right over that number. So this is going to be I'm just going to take the over and stick with it.
I like it. Stick to your guns. Dodgers versus Rockies, total runs 11.5. Let me say the first thing off the board. Love the Rockies plus 175 in this matchup today. I think that Tyler Anderson for the Dodgers gets lit up. There is a value on the under here. Total runs 11.5. See some 12s in the market, but 42% of the bets, 85% of the money coming in on the under here. I think the Dodgers offense struggles a little bit, so I'll take the under and Rockies money line.
Yeah, I love the under here, and I'm with you. I'm on the Rockies tonight. They're 4-2 against the Dodgers in Colorado. They've also scored 5 runs in 6 of their last 9 home games. I think that the Rockies win tonight as well. And also 11.5 is like, that's just a lot. And what I've learned from doing Daily Dozen is like when the number is that big and it looks a little too big, I just take the under.
I like it. All right. Rangers versus Angels. Showtime day in Anaheim. Total run 7.5. What do you think?
I'm going to take the over here, and my thought process is going to be that I see the Angels having a good game against Howard, who literally got sent down to the AAA in April, so I'm okay with just trusting that he's going to continue to be himself, and that, and it's hard. The overs also hit in like a majority of their last meetings. I don't remember what the number is off the top of my head, but so I am going to smash it over here.
Let's see. 87% of the bets and 60% of the money is on the over here. 13% of the bets, 40% of the money is on the under. So the under looks like a little bit of value, but I'm kind of with you. I'd rather play the over in this game. Look, if we think that Showtime is going to have, I don't know, innings pitched in 1 run, sure, I see the under here, but I do think the Angels will have some success tonight. They've been the worst team in baseball for a while now, but I think there's a good chance that they play well tonight. So give me the over on total run 7.5 here, and then let's get into some Otani props. Total earned runs allowed 1.5. Last game he gave up 6, but obviously he's a favorite for the Cy Young. He's been awesome this year. What do you think about his game versus the Rangers tonight?
Yeah, he's been awesome this year, and I love him. We love an Otani moment, but I'm gonna stick with him going over this number tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to go over 2. I think it's 2 and 6 innings. This 1.5 is probably a little bit skewed low for what he can do. Total outs recorded 18.5, so he's got to go 6+. What do you think here?
I think over. I think that they're God, it's hard. It's the 18.5 is always tricky because he could very easily, and I didn't look up when they've been pulling him since, but I think to stay on top and get that win that they definitely want here. I'm going to go with the over.
Last 6 games, 6.1, 6, 7, 5.2, 8, and 6. So he's been right around this number. I'm going to go for the under here. I think it's 6 strong for Otani today. 2 earned runs allowed. So give me the 18. So I'll take under 18 and a half. Total bases, 1.5 for Otani at the plate. What do you think?
I am going to lean the over here. I'm pulling up right now. He didn't go over it last game, went over it the 2 games prior to that. You know, he will slow down in between some of these, but usually he flies right on over the 1.5, rarely landing on ones. A lot of zeros for him or going well over. So we will take the over here.
A lot of singles, still getting a lot of hits. He's just so good. Yeah, I got to go.
He's really all they got. It's Otani or bust. I don't know.
You know what? I'm going to go with the under here. I'm going with the under.
Okay.
I think he goes 1 of 3 or 1 of 4, and he just gets a single tonight. I don't know why. I'm just a gut feeling on that one. Last prop on the board, Cubs versus Giants, total run 7.5. What do you got in the last prop?
I was going to let you convince me of this game. One way or the other.
Number is 8 in the market across the board. 68% of the bets, 54% of the money coming in on the over. So there is a little value in playing the under here at 8 in the market, but it's 7.5 here. So I'm gonna take the over slightly.
Yeah,
not a whole big of an advantage here.
And I feel like every time I take Cubs under, it always ends up going over. So just from my own PTSD and relationship with the Cubs and their game totals, I'm going to take the over here.
Love it. All right, that does it for Daily Dozen for today, Thursday, July 28th. You have until 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern to lock in those picks for today. Turn $12 into $1,200. Steph, I think that you have every day is draft day today. Is that correct?
Yes, we do. Dan and I will be recording in 2 hours. The podcast form is finally back. I'm so excited. We're going to talk about some of these spicy, concerning, interesting, intriguing, come up with whatever adjective you want, reports that are coming out of training camp. And there's been some today was actually low-key more interesting than yesterday, if you've been following what's going on. So I'm really excited to talk with Dan about all these teams, the fantasy impact, and we're in football season, so I'm happy. This is the first time I've smiled in a while.
We are very excited for football season, and no one is more excited than Smalls to get football underway. Should be a great podcast. Can't wait to listen to what's been going on in training camp from a fantasy perspective and just in general to try and put some wagers down before the next time I go to Vegas. All right. Good luck with all of your bets today. Everybody, go play Daily Dozen. Lock those picks in. We will talk to you soon. See ya.
See you guys. Good luck.